Okay, now let's try this again. Okay, make sure everything's recording, mic's on. Okay, so welcome to the stream. Sorry about the delay. Computer crashed on me, had to reboot it and all that good stuff. So, um, welcome back to Orwell. Uh, I haven't played this game yet. My son said it was a really fun game, so I'll take his word for it. And this is the first time I've actually played it. I haven't even touched the game since I've downloaded it, so we'll see what it's about. And he said it was really challenging, so we'll see. Did you know you are one of a big number of accepted applicants? You may now enter your email address. Yeah. Okay. I'm aware that actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief while working out here to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. Sure, why not? Okay. Now, I know this is about some top secret stuff. I'm not really sure exactly what the Orwell project was. So we'll see. Freedom Plaza, April 12th, 2017, 7:48. Okay. Looks like we're in Russia, looks like. Okay, no records found. Like a nice peaceful little morning. Got some people sitting down eating, some people jogging, people cleaning. Police record found. Okay. So we got like a CTS system like in Watch Dogs. Okay. Oh, getting kissy face over there. Some weird looking clouds. And explosion. Okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Episode 1, the clocks were striking 13. You're online, good. Call me Sounds. I'll be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. Okay? For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access and to highlight when there's new information to be investigated. Okay? First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okay? So, newspapers gives you your news, huh? Okay. So, headlines. What do we got here? Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. Explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. Authorities received strange letter. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Okay. I was reading it and you cut me off there. So let's read this. At approximately 7:50 p.m. on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed, at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first three stanzas of the German folk song, I'm not even going to try that, the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Bland immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. Okay? So, unknown person, date of birth unknown, address unknown. The profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened is our main suspect. Okay. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage showed before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Okay. How do I do that? Uh, how do I look at the arrest record? Um, okay. How do you look at the police record? Is this it? Okay. Cassandra Watergate. That just sounds like a scandal, doesn't it? Okay, arrest date July 10th, 2016. Okay, yeah, let me read. Uh, yeah, hover and over, drag and drop all data chunks from police database to a profile to upload them to our servers. Yeah, okay, leave me alone. So, arrest date July 10th, 2016. Charge assault on a police officer. Arresting Officer Lloyd Duncan, holding facility, Bonton Central Police Department. So, what do we. So, do we upload it over there? Okay, so I got that right. Occupation. Suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly removed, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. Okay. So that don't really say anything useful, I don't believe. So okay, so we got her name. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify the person. Information and documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that had been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Okay, so where is that going to be added to, though? Oh, book record. Okay. Good. With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you'll see what I mean. She attacked him at a protest, wasn't it? Let's see. Okay. So this woman tears. One woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago remains in custody. Trial set for August. The case that keeps the media and the public guessing. Cassandra W. pictured above, who had allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration against the newest amendments to the government's model project, the Safety Bill. Okay, so let's add that over. Yeah, the exact same location as the salt, then she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Okay, so let's continue reading. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused. Cassandra W., who is an artist by profession, has denied the accusations completely and has asked her fans to show their support. A trial has now been scheduled for mid-August. The case received nationwide attention when Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, labeled the alleged perpetrator alongside the other writers as anti-government. So she was an artist. Okay, good. Oh yes. Who does who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? You don't know that. Don't judge. Great, you found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how to fix mine, shall we? I think you should have let off with that. You have extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'll be going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress the case. Okay. Uh, did we miss the headlines? I thought I already read those. Okay. Just wondering it had an asterisk beside of it. So, Cassandra's portfolio harboring outstanding art. Hi, I'm Cassie, a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland, not behind the rainbow. Glad you found me. I finally found the courage to quit my dull day job, focus on my art career, and put my stuff on portfolio. Below you will find a hand-picked selection of my latest works. You can browse through them by clicking on the arrows on the left and right side of the pictures below. See something you like? Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Leave a message on my UTEL account, the Cassie92, and tell me which piece you like. I'm going to make a fine art print and ship it right away to your doorstep. Best thing, free of charge. Now off you go and have fun. Okay? So, found another piece of information about her. Found her address. So, you're under the impression that our wonderful Miss Watergate is really living in Wonderland. Somehow I doubt that. Call it intuition. People's lives are hanging in the balance here. What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? You have got to be more careful next time around. Okay? Well, we're working on it here. Quit previous job. Interesting. We should find out what that job was. Okay. Good, you found a chat handle. This will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Okay. Um, what else do we have here? Is there anything else we can view here? Yep, that viewed as me. I was never sure about the title though. The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter or Victim of Traditionalism in Pink. What do you think? Okay. A Christmas present for my darling. This was actually meant to be a private piece, but oh well, I'd have a hard time keeping it to myself. I don't see what that's relevant, but whatever. Okay, so I think that's all that we can find of those. So we know her address She lives somewhere within Wonderland, right behind the rainbow. She's an artist. She's in a relationship. She's daughter of entrepreneur. Quit her previous job to focus on an art career. Previously arrested for assault on a police officer at Freedom Plaza, where the explosion took place. Okay. There's something I'm missing. Or so I'm not reading all this because I don't think it's relevant to the case. Okay, so I think we've learned all we can there. Now let's activate the listener and see who she's talking to. Unknown person, hey you. Hey Jossie. I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. In the middle of buying olive bonton with that platinum card, I left it from your desk. Can't stop me now. Okay. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Wine? What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-around badass, have in mind this time? Probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Actually, yes, this is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I shouldn't pick up some of these party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. Okay, so we found out she's in a relationship with somebody named Joseph Langley, who apparently is an attorney. Um, okay, gotcha. And looks like she took his credit card and was spending it. But, or is that just her lawyer? Well, we should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. Done. No, really, no need to thank me, Mr. Langley. Okay, so we've got another big piece of information over here. Watergate Pharma Entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. Okay, so that's all the information on her for that little piece. So we do know he's her lawyer, and she stole his credit card. Now let's go back to the reader and see what we got here. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. Investigation into the malicious injury of a police officer has been dropped due to lack of evidence. Speculated that the accused parents manipulated the trial. Orwell informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. Okay. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed. Though this is your decision, once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. Okay, so let's figure out what that means here. The case that has been at the center of media attention for the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra W. was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence. There is a conflict with an unknown data chunk. Okay, so we can't really Same thing because we don't know it. Unless it's... Okay. However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, pictured above, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of two young sons, were rushed into the hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. Okay, so there's a conflict with another data chunk in this document. So show conflict. Okay, so the conflict with case being closed due to lack of evidence. By illegal means. Okay, so what does that mean? So, well, so I guess we've got to pick one or the other. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go to this one. So hopefully that's right. Based on this, we could take action against her parents if we had their names. Well, we're not going to worry about that just yet. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches life with our industry-leading range of products, making an important contribution to your well-being. Below you'll find a small selection of our most popular products, cough drops, activating pills against migraines, concentration and performance, alleviation of arthritic joint pain, antidepressant, painkiller, soothing pills for good night's rest against occasional sleeping problems for the acute application when curing insomnia. Okay. Company. The name Watergate has been inseparable from progression and improvement of pharmaceutical research for more than 80 years. Watergate Pharmaceuticals is one of the nation's leading companies in the area of medicine, and at the same time is the largest medication exporter to all areas of the world. The business, Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc., has been in the hands of the Watergate family, owning and managing the firm ever since its foundation in 1931. So now we know her dad's name, Bruno Watergate. The CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc. is Bruno Watergate, grandson of our founder, Edgar Watergate. Apart from working in the family business, Mr. Watergate is also the founder of the Central Pharmacy Congress and head of the charity foundation Children of Parges. Alice Watergate, CEO partner of the firm, with her husband Bruno, holds a PhD in biology and chemistry. She leads the research and development laboratories here at Watergate Pharmaceuticals. So, let's see. So, do we have access to her yet? No, we don't. Junior COO Watergate Pharmaceuticals, carrying the family tradition to the next generation, Alice and Bruno's daughter Cassandra. Okay, so we know her mom and dad now. Now we know her parents. We can begin investigating corruption allegations. Good luck. Okay, and COO. So we put that in her profile as well. Okay, and do we have anything else here? Documents that you have already viewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens, okay? The National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available, okay? So let's go to headlines. Here we go. there anything new in here? Nope. Okay. The Ministry of Security has presented latest numbers on crime statistics in the country. Never before have there been so few violent crimes. Safety bill. Safety bills passed. Parties elected to government. Not going to read all this. I don't think there's really anything special there. I think they were just wanting you to read it. Okay, so Robert Blaine, Prime Minister, Secretary of Economy and Trade, Secretary of Defense. Okay, nothing really interesting there. But obviously, there's something there. Which I'm sure I'll probably find it later on. So, checked all that out. So did we go through all the products? Yes, we did. Went through the company. Yes, we did. Jobs. Okay. Watergate Pharmaceuticals is currently looking for suitable candidates for the following positions. Please address all applicants to Josephine Marquette, head of HR at Jobs at Waterman Pharmaceutical. We are currently looking for a chief operating officer to replace the retired, formerly appointed predecessor. Many years of work experience is leading management, yada yada yada. Okay. So they're looking for another chief operating officer to replace the retired. Okay. Well, maybe I was wrong and nothing stays in the family. Ouch. So they were looking to replace her. Okay. Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? Okay. So let's go to her timeline. Now we've got her birthday, which is September 13, 19. It's actually yesterday. Oh, happy belated birthday. Not. Um, Interests, art, music, activism. Okay. And let me see. So apparently she was being accused of being a daddy's little girl. And there's calls there. Didn't like the government. Okay. See if we. Then Mary Bly, sweetie, what is the matter? That loyalty doesn't sound like you. That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. You'd feel much better. Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again, I cannot deal with this right now. Okay, so she's. Okay, so there's a conflicting. Okay, so I need to keep reading. Uh, oh, she is in a relationship with her lawyer. Okay, okay. Wouldn't that be conflict of interest? Okay, so what are we looking for? Um, okay, so Juliet Carrington, and she's in contact with Juliet Carrington. Had her alias, what'd you do? Suggested to her by Juliet Carrington, create a new profile. Okay, so this is gonna get interesting quick and complicating. Okay, so Just cancel this. So, okay, so broken friendship, and then at the bottom it says that they were friends. Okay, so maybe she was just being stressed and was just blowing off some steam. Hmm. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're gonna use this one. Showing her mean side. Pushing everybody away. Okay, so we got an incoming session. Okay, so here's another one. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Already fucked me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just moments before this happened. I never should have gone to that protest. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me. I was so happy when Godfields accepted me and the thought I desperately wanted to go to prove my worth to the cause. Think of it this way, if you would not have gone to the protest and you never would have wrongly indicated wrongfully and we would never met. Yeah, and I would not call terrorist in all the papers. You're not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it, what? Your card's not working here, can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something? Unless you went on a serious shopping spree, there should be plenty of money on there. I guess we'll have to go without wine then. Here's the thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You gotta be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there. How can you constantly do this to me, darling? Please just calm down. Hey, Maverick. How you doing, bud? Uh, methane. I forgot what that was for. The only thing that matters to you that I'm on happy pills, darling. Please, it's nothing like that, and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine, don't you understand that? Oh no, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours. Cassie, don't be like that. Going home now in case I'm getting up on the priority list of yours anytime soon. Okay, so not only did she hit a cop with a brick, now she's suspect in a bombing. She's got a bad temper. Huh. Gee, I wonder. Okay, now what's that medicine for? Yes, I was going to look it up. Leave me alone. So let's go to products. Okay, antidepressant to help stabilize your emotions. Well, apparently it's not working. That woman is off the rails. Okay. Apparently, if she is. Yeah, I don't think there's one personality, dude. I think there's like three or four. Okay, so what are we getting back to here? Let's check out Joseph, client lawyer in a relationship. Okay, so what am I missing? Do we have another session coming in? Nope, those are the only two. And no insiders. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So what now? What's my goal? Find out what might have caused her change in character between now and before her presumed attack on the police. Um. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Let's see. Let's see. Standards board. I don't think I'm missing anything in there. So she's depressive. Had her alias name suggested to her by Juliet Carrington. Okay. Broken friendship. In contact with. Relationship. Mother, father. Well, let's see. So Juliet Carrington, she's in contact with. So is there anybody that we're missing? I think I might be stuck here. Projects. I don't think there's anything here that we need. Or it would have popped out, I think. Hmm. Is there something I'm missing apparently? Oh, here we go. Okay, I missed it. My bad. Okay. An activist group called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfells? We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Okay, here we go. The Thought. Checking out the group she's part of. The Thought overview. Welcome to the Thought blog. Pick any entry below. What are we looking? What was we looking for? I don't remember now. Towards the assault. So freedom is free. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is that more than just a little bit? I don't know. Ironic. You probably all know me as either the blue-haired punk bitch. Okay, my bad. Yeah, it does sound like a good group. It's probably the only thing I could have thought of, because when it comes to naming stuff, I'm I'm not that great at it. That's why my wife named most of our kids, because the names I chose she wouldn't go with. Or anti-government terrorists. These are only some of the names I've been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me, heard a police officer. It never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. Okay, so she's against violence, even though she's accused of hitting a police officer in the head with a brick. Okay. One would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it should be easy to prove whether I was at all involved or not, but it wasn't. It took weeks of investigative custody to figure out that the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all, which raises the question, why are there so many cams in the first place? The answer is intimidation only. You keep calm, quiet, and careful when all the cameras are around, or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. When founding this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all of the web, and now this are real lives too. So what is that? Oh Lord, I'm not going to read all that. Not going to read all that. Okay, well you can say we did. Now watch, it's going to come back and bite me in the butt because I have to piece something together now. Okay. Due to the privacy settings on this blog, archived articles are only available from direct links, not from the front page. Sorry, asking the admin of the blog to provide you with a direct link if you're interested in archived. Okay. Well, who do I ask? That's archived, so we can't see that either. All of these are archived. Okay. So what am I supposed to be looking for? Okay. Maybe it's okay. It might be on our timeline. That's might be what we're looking for here. There we go. Cassandra Watergate posted on April 13th, 2017 at 5:19 p.m. Finally, someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. Okay, so she's applauding that somebody blew people up. Okay, that's nice. Alright, so there are thousands of cameras pointing to a target, and the Big Bang still happens. I haven't laughed like this for ages. What now, Dr. Miss Delacroix? What now? Really, Cassie, you laugh at people being killed. Are you out of your mind? First day in freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. Who's gonna pay for stuff now? We already read all that. So she's against violence. She's against attacking anybody. But yet, she applauds somebody who had the guts and the grits to blow people up. So guess what? I'm using that piece of data against you. So she does have a bad attitude. What we've found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Oh, okay. So incoming session and Julia Carrington, the one that suggested her alias for her. So let's see what she's got to say. Hey Cassie. Hey Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know your post on timelines about this assault. You really shouldn't write something like that. I just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie. It's nothing. Just between the two of us, I just had to let off steam, you know. It's because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots other shit today. This bombing started up, all this crap again, you know, what I did. So she's admitting to it. What happened there wasn't your fault. Cassie, you heard that officer to save me and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so brave. How can it not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of the father of two children because I lost it. Who knows what would happen if you hadn't stopped him, and that's why you really should remove this post. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie, nobody is innocent. You'll have to let go. Dang, okay. So, I think the choice I made earlier, blaming her parents for getting her off on that charge, I think I made the right decision on that one because it sounds like to this, she admits to being guilty. And she was doing it to save her friend. So, since she admitted this, I'm not going to use the self-defense scenario because it wasn't self-defense. She knew what she was doing. Admitted guilt towards Juliet Carrington for having injured a police officer in a rage. This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. Ooh, can I slap the cuffs on her, please? Come on. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland. Okay. Just kidding. Next time, be careful of providing the wrong data, though. Okay. Provide what wrong data? In Miss Waterton's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. What are you talking about? I didn't give any wrong data. Okay, now here's another one. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. Wait a second, somebody is at the door. Be right back. No, you won't. You're going to jail. By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together. You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. Hello? She's not going to answer you. She's probably in handcuffs right now. Either that or they got her down on the ground beating her head in. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Although we have no proof she is involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. And with that admission of guilt, she will probably serve some time. Okay, I just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whether they... Oh, God. No, no, no. Take a look at the news. Okay. Okay, so... Headlines. 2 dead after second explosion. Explosion at Stelligan University campus kills 2 students. Is there a connection to yesterday's assault? Interesting. That's horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found. So these assaults are connected. And as if they wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time. So that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I'll need to speak to my superior, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Well, at least let me read it. Okay, so I had the note with the same 3 stanzas as the folk song. Okay. Okay, so it said, can log off up here. Is that what it said? Okay, so we got all those completed. Okay, so she might have done the first one. I don't know if she done the second one or not. It could have been the group she is part of. Who do you think's guilty here? I just think it's crazy you build your whole case around one person, then you go to arrest them, and then something else happens. I don't understand that. Based on the data you submitted, we have learned the following. She has been criminally charged with the injury of a police officer at a past protest at Freedom Plaza. She's an artist. The former criminal case had been closed at illegal intervention by her parents. An investigation has been initiated. She is in a relationship with her lawyer, collected data showing potentially dangerous personality. More thorough investigation by law enforcement is suggested. She seems to have undergone a radical change after she joined the activist group Thought. She admitted injuring the police officer and arrest has been made. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and you, of course. My superiors agree with me based on the information you have already extracted. The activist group known as the Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfield is an important member of the Thought, so we now have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfield is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Okay, so we're looking into this guy now. Okay. So let's, if there's anything in here, we've already read all this. There we go. He believes thoughts are free. Hey, thanks for the like. The letter we are right, it seems. Okay. When I was still young, long before I immigrated to the nation, so he's an immigrant. An immigrant. Not that it really matters if he's an immigrant. When I think of the increasingly aggressive operations of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to this question. That is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of this digital world. Okay. Okay, so he created the thought, by the way it seems. Okay, let's see. Check that. Check the entry 8. Okay. After 1.5 years recruiting two of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Okay, frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those who thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else had thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it shall be for the better of everyone involved, and especially my students from Stilligan. Okay, so he had 2 students that he recruited, and both of them went to the college um, that was just bombed. Interesting. So we need to find out who those students are. Okay, so what's conflicting? Let me get this done, dude. Stop for a minute. So far, the evidence suggests that Goldfields was a prominent lecturer at Stelligan, and some of his students became involved in thought. Did he recruit them for his cause? We need to identify those students, see who else is involved in the group. Dude, I'm 1 step ahead of you. Reacts with hatred and anger about trouble past the thought, hinted at trouble past the thought. Feels responsible for trouble past the thought, hinted at a trouble past the thought. So it's really not much conflict. Um, let's use this one. Not sure what kind of path that's going to take us down, but be alright. Headlines. Okay, read the. We haven't checked this. What is this? That's nothing important. Memorial. Knowledge, science, wisdom at some points remains science. Continue the main page. Okay, yesterday evening, an explosive device went off on Stellian campus, killing Stelligan students as well as a lecturer. Okay, so there's nothing in there that jumps out at us. Okay, a woman arrested in connection with recent attacks. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombings in the capital has been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation efforts of a special task force. Police spokesman Kaufman said how the woman is related to the bomb attacks Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumored that the suspect is well known to authorities by other incidents. Okay, we've already checked that. I'm just checking these again. Here we go. Yeah, her lawyer. Hey, you. I'm sorry about last night. I really shouldn't have come over. This said the client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get a meeting for months and it went rather well, so here's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who just talks about his job too much. I'm sorry. It's just a big part of my life. Hello? Are you still upset? No, she's in jail, dude. Don't worry, she'll be calling you pretty soon. Yeah, she'll call you. She'll be needing a lawyer here shortly, so. Don't worry. Okay, so why am I missing? I'm missing something. Of course. Oh, here we go. Uh, Currently unavailable due to Representative Professor A. Gofish having retired. Okay, so he's a retired teacher now. Applied physics is discontinued. There's the Delacroix. The Langley is an alum from there. Okay, so Cassandra's boyfriend is an alum. That's interesting. Very interesting. Not interested about free coffee. No thanks. Okay, being a luminary in his profession. Yeah, she's gone. Hopefully she stays gone, but we'll see. Now I'm starting to lean toward this guy a little bit because he was a professor there and he's retired now. So Abraham Goldfields, we've got his full name. Okay. Accepted the offered professorship in the field of media ethics at Stella again, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Thought has held 3 demonstrations, yet there have only been 2 bombings, which might imply, yeah, there's going to be another one pretty soon. Well, it's definitely shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the past of each member with thought. Find out the locations of all demos they've held that might yield a clue. Okay, journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers, and was also a chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. In his works, Professor Goldfields never relents to emphasize the importance of privacy over public. That's why he's against all the cameras. Let's take our information, get it settled down. Okay. Good deal. Now what do we got? Attendee list. Okay. Quit popping up. Let me do my job. Okay, so winter semester. The kid, he was in media, I believe, wasn't he? And okay, I'm not seeing Goldfeld. Is that what we're looking for? Not sure what we're supposed to be looking for here. Let's see. Identify student contacts of Abraham Goldfields. Find out where the 3 protests of thought took place. Well, said media, so let's Yeah, I'm sure if it's in any of these, will the album stand out to us? I'm pretty sure. This is a lot to go through. Okay, not seeing anything so far. Okay, is there something I'm missing over here? I think I am. I think I'm missing something. Oh, okay, I get it now. I was in the wrong. Like in How I Met Your Mother. You're in the wrong room, bro. Okay, Julia Carrington. Interesting. Okay. She has a connection to both of them. Okay, so let's go to Carrington. Okay. So is that the only name we're looking for here? I think it might be. Okay, so now Juliet's timeline. She's PR at Rosentech. Birthday in February 1992. She lives in Fairview. So there's her and Cassandra at a club.